peace is one of the ways that God speaks to me the very most. And I really think that it's possibly one of the most common ways that God speaks to us. Well, it only stands to reason. He is the Prince of Peace. So his language is often peace. There was a long time when I didn't really recognize this. We've probably, as we've moved into our walk with the Lord, we've heard phrases like follow peace or we're led by peace and things like that. We hear that often. But I have had what I call supernatural peace moments in my life where I didn't feel, I felt the complete opposite of peace. But then suddenly, in a moment, I just felt this infusion of supernatural peace come into my heart when I had a decision that I needed to make, or in prayer when I was praying for someone and I was really pushing in prayer for that person, and suddenly I felt the answer to my prayer come by a supernatural peace that I had over praying for one of my kids, or praying for one of my grandchildren, or praying for a church member, or sometimes praying in the spirit of someone that I don't even know what I'm praying, but I felt that supernatural peace literally come into my body. So peace is a directive way. And, sometimes I like to demonstrate this by thinking about what is the opposite of peace. We've all had a situation come up in our lives where we suddenly felt uneasy. We felt the opposite of peace. You get that tight grip in your stomach, or we all know what that's like. I mean, I've been in a situation where I literally, what is the saying about I felt my heart drop into my stomach? We've had places like that. That's like the opposite of peace. And we've had those things. And sometimes God directs us in a lack of peace too. But just, there's so much I could say, and I write extensively about this in The Sound of His Voice. So if you want to know more, go to that resource, The Sound of His Voice, because I talk about it extensively, because this is one of the most common ways that God does speak to us, because it is in His nature. It is who He is as peace. So He allows us to sense peace in our bodies and in our minds. So if you're in a spot where you're saying, God, I really need to hear you, and you're in a tumultuous time, then literally ask Him, please manifest in my life, God, in peace right now. Speak to me, direct me in peace. And I guarantee you that He will do it, because He's just that good and He loves you that much.